What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be all about the PGIS week 2 voting and which teams I think you should vote for and why. And I don't know if you guys have been watching the matches. I just watched the finale this morning and saw GEX get that W on Miramar. Man, I think they got pretty lucky with that gifted circle, but what a freaking match, dude. All right, guys, let's keep it real. This week's voting is not going to be any easier than last week's. Sorry, I forgot my notifications were turned off. Bad batter. Shout out. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, buddy. All right, guys. So here's the deal. This week's voting is going to be a little bit different than last week. So we have 2 votes to do for event 1 and event 2. Event 1 is predict the final top 4 teams, which teams you think are going to be in the top 4. Again, if you don't know exactly what we're talking about here, please go watch my previous PGIS explanation video. But so in this one, we're going to be voting again, which teams do we think are going to place in the top 4? You can pick up to 8 teams if you have enough coupons to vote. So I have 17. I could vote 8 times on this challenge. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do that. And all you're voting for is to say which team do you think is going to place in the top 4. And then if that team places first, second, third, or fourth, you'll get these points respectively. Now for this one, since this is not considering who's going to win the matches and it's not considering how many kills they're going to get, I've done my ranking here based on the total overall standing of week 2 of these teams. And so I'll give you my best guesses in order. Okay, now in order: STK first place. Well, I say first place, I mean I'd vote them first. Afrika Freaks, Infantry, Liquid, 4 AM, Gen G, TSG, and then MCG. And again, that's going to be for the which teams are most likely to place in the top 4. Don't vote on any team that's not highlighted red. I have to reiterate that. Do not be these people who wasted all their points. If the team is not highlighted red, they literally are not competing in the weekly finals, and you can't get any points. So don't do that. Please only vote on red highlighted teams. So I'll go over those again. We got STK. I would vote them first. Afrika, I would vote them second. Infantry, Team Liquid, 4 AM, Gen G, TSG, and MCG. Now I'll put a little asterisk next to that. Just like you guys saw last week, literally anything can happen, man. These teams are all top notch, great quality teams. So it's any team's game. You know, RNG is a big part of this, obviously. So anyway, that's my votes. You have a day and a half to get your votes in. Sorry that this is a little bit later than last video, but they legit just finished their matches this morning. So, you know, not much I can do about that. I hope you guys understand. So now let's jump to this event 2. Now, event 2 is a little bit different than last week. If you remember, week 1, we had to vote on which teams we thought were going to get the kill point MVP, which teams were going to get the most kills. This week, we're voting on which teams are going to get a chicken dinner. And so, oops, if I click here, event 2, which team will win a chicken dinner during one of the 10 weekly final matches? So not which team is going to have the most chickens, just which team is going to win a chicken dinner during one of the 10 matches. And this one again, oops, week 2. This one again is going to give you different payouts than the other missions. So this one is 25,000 points per payout of each team. So if you vote, let's say, for example, on 4 different teams and all 4 teams win, you're only going to get 100,000 points. So 25,000 for each team. So having said that, I wouldn't recommend going all in with your coupons on this pick. If you have some spare, maybe throw 1 or 2 coupons at it. But if you look at bang for buck, next week on week 3 here, that's going to go back to the kill point MVP challenge, in which you'll have the option to win 200,000 esport points by just guessing the one correct team. So it's a bigger risk, but bigger reward. Again, I wouldn't use too many coupons on this week's event 2, simply because the payout isn't that great. However, having said that, if you have some coupons and you want to use them, again, we're voting on which teams we think are going to win a chicken dinner of the weekly finals. Now for this one, I went back to my Excel sheet. I took all of the week 2 matches, I put them in my Excel sheet, and then I kind of dribbled it down to which teams are available to vote on, and then I went and looked at those teams' performances for week 2 and see what their top 3 placements were. So how they did on their best 3 matches. Now, based on that, these are the teams in order that I would vote that are most likely to get a chicken dinner during the match. Now, keep in mind, all these teams have gotten at least 1 chicken dinner during the second week challenges. So in this order, STK, Virtus, Birium, Daytrade, Zenith, Oath, ENCE, Attack All Around, 4AM, Infantry, Afrika, Gen G, and TSG. Now I'm going to put another asterisk here. A lot of these teams that I'm telling you right now, their records are first place, second place, or first place, second place, third place. So their top 3 matches are so close together that it's going to be really hard to determine the best of the teams. But luckily for this one, you're only voting on which team you think is going to win at least 1 chicken dinner of the 10 weekly final matches. So you have some options. You have a little more flexibility here. It's not like only 1 team wins. So just a quick recap. Event 1, you're voting on which teams you think are going to place into the top 4. Event 2, you're voting on which teams you think are actually going to win a chicken dinner. All right, so that wraps it up for today's video. I hope this video was helpful, guys. If it was, please leave a thumbs up. If you're new around here, subscribe for more PUBG content. And I'm going to keep this trend going each week. I'm going to give you guys my breakdown on which teams I think are doing best, which teams you should possibly pick. And, hopefully I can get you guys some esport points. Last week was kind of a bust. I only got 12,000 myself, but I heard some of you use some of my other picks and got a lot of points. So awesome. Really happy for you guys. Just a quick update about the channel. I'm getting married this Saturday, so content's going to be a little slim going into the weekend. I have family in town all next week, and then I'm going on my honeymoon the following weekend. So I'll still do my best to keep up with you guys here on YouTube or on Twitch at C_Dome or on Twitter at IMCDome. All of those different places you can find me and keep up with me. And I will be live streaming the ceremony of the wedding. If you're interested in seeing that, it's at twitch.tv/C_Dome. That'll be this Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or hit me up on any of those social medias that I just mentioned. And yeah, thanks again for watching today's video, guys. Best of luck to you out there on the PGIS Pick'em Challenge, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Peace.